So, where are we going to find these new farmers? Well, there's the West Broad Street Market where over 200 Clark County School District students come and learn about farming and agriculture. They have all three high schools come and learn. ACLU found that students that are expelled or suspended for discretionary violations are 3 times more likely to be in contact with the juvenile justice system in the coming months. There are also going to be other films that include historical Athens places like here in front of the high-rise dorms at UGA. This actually used to be a historically black community that was displaced in the 60s called Town, and the Athens factory. The Athens store, Avid Bookshop, has filed a federal civil rights lawsuit challenging the constitutionality of the Gwinnett County Jail's mail policy. The shop claims that the jail is violating their First Amendment rights by preventing them from sending books to inmates. Avid's operations manager, Luis Correa, is frustrated with the process.
Last year, we had a few customers who tried to send books to someone that they knew who was incarcerated. And after a few attempts on our part, we kept getting the packages rejected.
The jail emailed me and said they are maintaining safety and are not limiting content, but they will not comment any further. The jail rejected Avid's book shipment because they are technically not an authorized retailer. The jail's authorized retailer policy gives them complete discretion to decide who can mail books. Avid couldn't find a way to apply, and they also could not find a way to appeal if rejected. These authorized retailers include large companies like Amazon and Barnes & Nobles.
Basically, de facto ban on any independent bookstore.
Based on the rules and regulations of the state of Georgia, inmates must receive books through the publisher. But these books aren't being rejected for content. PEN America's Free Write Project Senior Manager, Moira Marquise, says there's more to the picture.
So what's happening with the Gwinnett County Jail is something different. The rationale for approved vendor policies is ostensibly because of the risk of contraband being mailed into facilities.
However, Moira says any place like Amazon could be subject to contraband and that it's unconstitutional to keep local bookstores from sending books. Next step in the process is to wait and see if the jail gets rid of their authorized retailer policy or the case goes to trial. For Grady News Source, I'm Lucy Bertsch. Longtime farmer Kelly Slayton is worried that people like him are aging out and that there's a lack of newcomers entering the field.
It's hard unless your family's got it and you inherited it or kind of sort of carry on the tradition, so to speak. It'd be hard to start.
The average age of farmers has risen from 56 in 2012 to 57.5 in 2017, reports the USDA. So, where are we going to find these new farmers? Well, there's the West Broad Street Market where over 200 Clark County School District students come and learn about farming and agriculture. They have all three high schools come and learn, and they also have a market on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. This group is the young urban farmers led by Joy Brown, who leads the planting and gardening sessions.
The children, the youth that we deal with actually that are learning and they get a paycheck, they come and they work.
The program runs from September through July. During the school year, students work an average of 8 to 12 hours per week and are paid a wage of $15 an hour. But money isn't everything.
Not a lot of them really want to do farming. I harass them all the time and ask them, do you want to be a farmer yet? They're like, no, we just like this job.
Slayton understands why they might be hesitant.
Land cost is probably 5 times what it was 20, 30 years ago.
But even with this challenge, Young Urban Farmers has seen an increase of members going from 1 to all 3 Clark County high schools. The strive for young farmers continues.
We know we're like saving the world a little bit, you know?
Lucy Bertsch, Grady News Source. These aren't just ordinary kids' toys. They're learning tools, and the Clark County School District is gearing up to get more. They received a $100,000 grant, which allows them to buy more of these learning tools and expand their mathematical programs.
Part of the grant was to really work on foundational numeracy for our elementary students, knowing that we want to really work on a hands-on approach towards math.
Foundation numeracy is being able to identify numbers and solve basic math problems like addition and subtraction. But the grant is not just for the students.
With that, we will be able to provide some training and support for teachers to really know how to use some of these things and how to support students.
This new grant is in response to the staggering math proficiency scores from Clark County elementary schools with an average of 33% versus state average of 43% as of 2023.
I just know that we're in a space with post-pandemic. We know that math has been really hit hard with students being able to bounce back to where we are pre-pandemic.
Zoom learning put a halt on hands-on education, which impacted students' learning, and the parents can see it too.
I got 3 boys that kind of struggling, and hopefully I just hooked them up with extra help from teachers, and hopefully since the $100,000 grant you got, it'll help them.
The Georgia Numeracy Project has been in place since 2021, but is now being expanded to all 14 elementary schools. Schools like David C. Barra Elementary are now being given this opportunity. All of this expanding comes from a larger grant of $3 million for the state. So expect elementary schools all around Georgia to get a well-needed upgrade in their mathematics education. Lucy Bertsch from Grady News Source. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lucy Bertsch and welcome to Grady News Source. Today is the first day of early voting in the Georgia presidential preference primary. The polls are closing up as we speak. Grady News Source reporter Jack Shields joins us live from the Athens-Clarke County Elections Office. Jack, how were the polls today? The visitation and memorial service for beloved Clark Central High School custodian Maria Reyes took place on Saturday, February 17th at Lord and Stevens Funeral Home. She was described as a beautiful soul with a loving smile. The burial took place directly after. She will be very missed by the Gladiator community. UGA's baseball is killing it this season. They have 17 wins with only 1 loss to Michigan State. Star player Charlie Condon has 13 home runs already. They play Kentucky this Friday. In other news, UGA basketball team is hitting the court tonight in the SEC tournament at 9:30. The 11th ranked Bulldogs are playing against the 14th ranked Missouri Tigers. But it will clear up with sunny skies and continue to be clear skies throughout the night. The high will be 68 with a low of 42. On Thursday, we can expect sunny skies with a high of 62 and a low of 38. And we'll end the week with sunny skies on Friday and a high of 64 and a low of 37. With all that rain and sunshine, spring is officially in full swing and the bees are out. And a third of our diet is bee pollinated. But the bee colonies have decreased by 5% from 2015 to 2023. While we might be in dog nation, don't discount the importance of bees.